Very much for joining us. Just a reminder, you can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. We start in Katavi, where President Samia Suluhu Hassan has arrived in the Katavi region for a 4-day official visit and was received by Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Biteko, who was accompanied by 7 ministers from various ministries. While at the Mpanda Airport, President Samia inspected and received details on the construction of a passenger building capable of receiving 240 passengers concurrently and costing 1.4 billion shillings. Here is the report by Stanley Ganzel, read by Kanki Mwaigomole.
The residents of the Katavi region have come out in large numbers to eyewitness the arrival of President Samia Suluhu Hassan at Mpanda Airport. Upon arrival, President Samia was received by the Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Biteko, who is accompanied by 7 other ministers and CCM national leaders. At the airport, President Samia was given details of the construction of a passenger building, which is 95% complete, costing 1.4 billion shillings.
Honorable President, since 2012, no improvement has been made here. The government of the 6th phase in 2023 started the construction of the passenger building, and its construction has cost a total amount of 600 million Tanzanian shillings. And there are also a modern technology system in the building.
The Katavi Regional Commissioner Mwanamvua Mrindoko elaborates how the region will benefit from the president's visit.
Upatikanaji wa umeme kuna wakati mwingine kunakuwa na aina fulani ya mgao.
There are times there is power outage because our region is growing fast and has major development. We have more than 900 factories that process agricultural products in the entire region.
Thereafter, President Samia headed to Mpanda State Lounge, where she received briefing on the region and met elders.
Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has today inspected the New Heroes Monument at the New Heroes grounds in the government town of Mtumba in Dodoma in preparation for the National Heroes Day to be officially held in Dodoma on July 25th, 2024. Speaking after inspecting the monument, Majaliwa says he is satisfied with the construction progress and has directed the contractor Suma JKT to complete the construction with the required standards and quality by July 22nd this year.
Eneo la ujenzi, taarifa inaleta matumaini kwamba kufikia tarehe 22 mwezi wa 7.
The information from the construction area brings hope that by the 22nd of July, all the important areas will be completed. The important thing now is to complete the tower in order to allow the activities of the 25th to take place. It is important to increase the speed of the construction as we have faith in Suma JKT because of the good work they are doing.
On the other hand, the lead construction consultant from RD University, Dr. Ladislaus Mrema, says the first phase of the construction includes the construction of parade ground, stairs, and pathways for people with disabilities.
The first phase of the construction includes staircase, sideways for people with special needs, garden, Tower of Warriors. Until now, the construction has been completed by 84%, and the contractor for this construction is Suma JKT.
Until now, the project is 84% complete, and the National Heroes Day will be commemorated on July 25th, and the official guest of honor is expected to be the President Samia Suluhu Hassan. Moving now to Dar es Salaam, where the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation TBC and Voice of Nigeria VON have signed a memorandum of understanding that focuses on various areas such as promotion of Kiswahili language, establishing work exchange program, provision of training to the staff, and also ensuring the exchange of content between TBC and VON. Speaking at the signing ceremony in Dar es Salaam, the Director General of TBC, Dr. Ayub Rioba, says the relations between the TBC and VON date back to the times of TBC external service. Here is Faithan Gaga with more details.
This cooperation and memorandum of understanding that we have just signed, I said it dates back actually during the era of Radio Tanzania, Dar es Salaam.
The fourth and final day of the visit of the Director General of the Voice of Nigeria, Jibrin Dache, is concluded by the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, which solidifies all the efforts, plans, and implementation that have been put forth so far. And here, the Director General Dache elaborates the significance of this historic occasion.
History is being made here today. History is being made because we are living to the vision and dream of our founding fathers, like the DG did mention. What we are doing here didn't start with us. It started with our grandfather, our father, Baba Nyerere, Sa'amadu Bello, Satafa Balewa, and other founding father of Africa. They didn't want it to stop with them. They wanted it to continue, and I'm glad that this is happening today. So, like I mentioned to ADG, this MOU that we are signing again is not about TBC and Voice of Nigeria. Indeed, it's not about Dr. Ayub and I. It's about Nigeria and Tanzania. It's about Africa.
Furthermore, Director General Dache had a chance to visit the 48th Dar es Salaam International Trade Fair, famously known as Saba Saba, which gave him a chance to witness operations of various Tanzanian institutions as well as diverse businesses.
Yes, also we have the 16mm machines.
Media partnerships and collaboration offer a multitude of opportunities. It is a great way to tap into new audiences, and in this case, it is a way to fulfill their forefathers' dream of having a whole and unified Africa with one voice. Faithan Gaga, TBC News.
Good news there for TBC and Voice of Nigeria, VON. As the world marks the International Day of Combating Sand and Dust Storms, the United Nations says approximately 2 million tons of sand and dust enter the atmosphere annually, while at least 25% of the global dust emissions originate from human activities in some areas. Desert dust has doubled in the 20th century. To understand how sand and dust storms present a formidable widespread threat to health and hinder the achievement of sustainable development goals in economic and social environmental dimensions, let's join Peter Mganga with the following report.
Sand and dust storms present a formidable and widespread challenge to achieving sustainable development in its economic, social, and environmental dimensions. They have become a serious global concern in recent decades due to their significant impacts on the environment, health, agriculture, livelihoods, and socio-economic well-being. Sand and dust storms are an essential element of the Earth's natural biochemical cycles, but are also caused in part by human-induced drivers, including climate change and unsustainable land management and water use. In turn, sand and dust storms contribute to climate change and air pollution. Sand and dust storms impacts are felt globally, both in developed and developing countries, and pose several challenges to achieving 11 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. At least 25% of global dust emissions originated from human activities, and in some areas, desert dust has doubled in the 20th century. The impact of this phenomena is difficult to control, as human activities in one part of the world can cause sand and dust storms in another region. However, just as sand and dust storms are caused by human activities, these storms can also be reduced through human actions.
That's about the day combating sandstorms. Report there by Peter Mganga. The Ark Peace Hospital ship is due to arrive at the port of Dar es Salaam early next week. That is from 16th, and is expected to be at the port to the 23rd July this year. And it will provide medical services as part of the celebrating 60 years of cooperation between Tanzania and China. The Ark Peace Hospital ship is expected to provide various tests and routine surgery, gynecological services, optical services, ear, nose, and throat services, just to mention a few, and those with burn injuries. The treatment will be provided in cooperation between the Tanzania People's Defense Force and the Chinese military force. Iringa region is expected to hold the region's largest tourism fair, which will showcase the cultural, agricultural, and industrial products. The fair, which is named the Iringa Festival, aims at promoting investment opportunities in the region. The Iringa Regional Commissioner, Peter Serukamba, says despite the region being endowed with diverse richness of resources, the endowment has yet been translated to benefit the locals. Here is Irene Mwakalinga from Iringa with more details.
Iringa, the home of well-known Chifu Mkwawa and Hehe tribe. Iringa, which connects Tanzania and Zambia by road, is the one of the leading regions in the production of timber, tea, maize, vegetables, and fruits. Speaking to Iringa development stakeholders, the Regional Commissioner Peter Serukamba says the Iringa Festival is the one of the best ways to promote the richness of the Southern Highland region.
Iringa tuna wafanyabiashara wengi, tunawasikia hapa wanasindika.
In Iringa, we have many businessmen, but how can we advertise Iringa as a region? We must do an event where people will know Iringa and the opportunities it holds.
Presenting a work plan to be followed to make the festival a success, the Iringa Festival coordinator Zaki Mbema points out that the fair will be a tool to boost Iringa economically.
We use the fair as a tool to promote Iringa.
Speaking during the meeting, the stakeholders invited from the region call on the government to collaborate with the private sector from the initial stages of the preparations and work on some of the challenges facing some investors interested in investing in the region. Iringa is where the second largest park in the country, the Ruaha National Park, is found. Other tourist attractions located in the region include the natural pillars of Isimila and the Museum of Chifu Mkwawa, who fought for the country against German colonialism. Iringa Festival is expected to be held in September this year. Irene Mwakalinga, TBC, Iringa.
The Director General of the State Mining Corporation, Venance Mwase, says the organization is committed to support young people in the mineral value addition in the country and how to secure reliable markets for their products. He made the remarks in Dar es Salaam at the launch of a gemstone center focusing on mineral value addition, insisting that the corporation will come up with a better system to train the youth to increase their work's creativity.
I'm guaranteed of the market of this gemstone from where you are coming from. If market is there, minerals are there, let us sit down and see how we can match demand with the supply. RMOs here is the regulator. He guaranteed us to give us all potential areas for us to mine. Financial institutions are here. Stamico, we are here. Everything can be done. Let us think big, and next time we have big space with a lot of people, with a lot of Tawama youth who are celebrating for their initiatives.
And I was so impressed, and I think my role in this whole project is bringing international attention to Tanzania, because you have these beautiful gemstones, but I think more importantly, you have these beautiful stories that that people want to know about, and so there's a lot of countries around the world that have beautiful gems, but I think Tanzania's the differentiating point is that you have this beautiful place, and people want to know the people behind the gemstones.
We have helped about 40 young people find employment through the mining sector. Young people can make gemstones products and sell them through their joint store, and now they have overcome the challenge of unemployment.
On the other hand, some of the prospective future mine stakeholders say the biggest challenge they face is securing markets and expertise.
Gem, we believe the power of collaboration and beauty of diversity, which is why our designs are varied and vibrant as the team behind them. Discover the perfect blend of youth, energy, and exquisite. Here in Tawama Youth, we have our own challenges. The first challenge is financial challenges. And the second one is infrastructure limitations. The third one is skills development need. And the fourth one is market access.
Kizimkazi village, situated on the southern part of Zanzibar, not only is well known for its dolphin tours, but also lies the mysterious Minza Cave. The area is also popular for its freshwater sources, though the history of the area is known to be associated with the famous Minza Cave, named after a woman who was transformed into stone due to jealousy and betrayal. Kanki Mogomole has more details.
Is an ancient limestone jungle cave located near Jambiani in Zanzibar. It features a crystal clear turquoise freshwater pool and is considered a scared space by the local people of Jambiani, where individuals can connect with nature or the spirit of the world. The cave is situated a short walk away from Jambiani Beach, approximately 20 minutes from the area. As you move forward, you will be guided with a small bridge a few steps to the base of the clear and well-lit cave to the large pool. The cave will seem dark and uninviting, but as you get closer, you will imagine it being scenes from a fantasy film. And as you make your way down to the bottom of the cave, you will be invited by the crystal clear water that will reward you with unforgettable swimming experience. The cave goes together with the situation at sea. When the water is full, the side of the cave will be filled with water. But when the water decreases in the sea, the side of the cave water decreases. This is Zanzibar. Welcome to Zanzibar. Welcome to Tanzania.
That's interesting story there from Kizimkazi village. Now, before we wind up the local news tonight, let us now have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Stay tuned now for the international news. In international news, we bring you the latest from Kenya, where Japhet Koome has resigned as the Inspector General of the National Police Service in Kenya. A statement issued by Kenya's State House spokesperson says that President William Ruto has accepted the resignation of Koome and appointed Deputy Inspector General Douglas Kanja to take over as acting capacity. Koome's resignation comes after mounting pressure over police brutality during the recent anti-finance bill protests. The changes in the police service come a day after President William Ruto dissolved his cabinet, ostensibly to calm down the public dissatisfaction with his administration. And that's the international news. The sports news is up next. In sports news, Alaf Tanzania Relationship and Communication Manager Hawa Bayumi urges Tanzanian writers to participate in the Safal Africa Literature Award 2024 competition as the window of receiving the scripts and 30th of November this year, while the award ceremony will take place in July 2025. Speaking during the announcement of the competition, Manager Bayumi insists that the aim of the competition is to promote Kiswahili language as well as giving the upcoming writers a chance to showcase their talents.
All literature writers from the African continent are encouraged to participate in the competition. Also, we go beyond Africa. The door is open to them to participate in the competition as long as they understand the Kiswahili language.
The winners will be awarded $15,000 equals to 39.8 million Tanzanian shillings. National Bank of Commerce NBC Managing Director Theobald Sabi believes that the coming of Serengeti breweries to sponsor NBC Dodoma Marathon will strengthen the promotion of the tourism in the country as well as the fight against cervical cancer. Speaking to TBC News during the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between the NBC Bank and the Serengeti breweries, Sabi adds that the race will help the participants to boost their health, while Sanlam Life Insurance Business Manager Kierekiki Kiando urges Tanzanians to participate in the marathon as the funds will be raised, will be used to help women across the country.
To Dodoma, or on the run-up to the marathon in Dodoma, you will be running to improve your health. You will be running to contribute to the community, but you will be running to have fun. So come to Dodoma, have fun, but have fun whilst contributing to the community.
Is the 700 million Tanzanian shillings and were allocated at empowering Tanzanians, of which 40,000 women across Tanzania got an opportunity to get free cervical cancer screening through the Mkapa Foundation, and other funds were allocated in educating more than 100 midwives.
To urge all of us to participate in the Dodoma Marathon, which will be happening on the 28th of July. There in the capital city of Tanzania, Dodoma. And by participating in the Dodoma Marathon, we'll be helping to fight against cervical cancer, and also we'll be contributing to educating and equipping more midwives, which will enhance the health of mother and child. So apart from running, we'll be contributing to a bigger cause. So I would like to urge all Tanzania to turn up in large numbers.
International football agent Zambro Traore says Tanzania Premier League has grown to the level of becoming appealing to many players across Africa to be interested in playing in Tanzania. Zambro Traore is the one who brought famous players to the Tanzanian Premier League like Aziz Ki, Pacome, Yao to join Young Africans, and John Charles and Valentin Noma, who signed for Simba Sports Club.
want to make the league strong. That's why I was cheering the player. For me, I can say that I'm the one who come from Simba to approach Simba, because what I did with Yanga, I say, okay, let me try to do the same thing with Simba to make the how I will say the derby very hot. So this is what I like. I just want to see how the league will be in the derby, especially to just sit and watch my players to play, and I'm happy for that. So this is not. We are not. I don't know how to explain, but for me, I think what I did is just to make the league strong.
That's the sports news. Now, before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello viewers, this is Amina Saleh from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Welcome to 24 weather forecasting starting from tonight. The wind is expected to flow at the speed of 40 km per hour for the northern coast, and the state of the sea is expected to be rough. For the southern coast, the wind is expected to flow at the speed of 30 km per hour, and the state of the sea is expected to be moderate. On the major lakes, the wind is expected to flow at the speed of 20 to 30 km per hour, and the state of the lakes are expected to be slightly to moderate. Tanzania Meteorological Authority had issued an advisory of strong wind reaching 40 km per hour and large winds reaching 2 meters for the northern coast. And for tonight, over the northern coast and Morogoro are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, rain showers over a few areas. And the rest of the country are expected to feature partly cloudy conditions. And the cooler condition is expected especially over the southwestern highlands, and the minimum temperature is expected to be 7 over Mbeya. For tomorrow, over the northern coast, especially Tanga and islands of Unguja and Pemba are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, light rain showers over a few areas and sun periods. And the same weather is expected over Arusha and Kilimanjaro regions. And the rest part of the country are expected to feature partly cloudy conditions. Now let's have a look on 4 days weather forecasting. For Dar es Salaam, the dry condition is expected. For the Dodoma, maximum temperature is expected to be 26. Mbeya, the temperature is expected to be between 7 to 23. Over Mwanza, dry condition is mainly expected. For Kilimanjaro, dry condition is expected with maximum temperature of 26. While over Morogoro, dry condition is expected with maximum temperature of 29. Over Arusha, the minimum temperature is expected to be 13 and dry conditions are expected. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, thanks for watching and have a good night.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Nasa Kingu. Good night.
Unaangalia TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.